Happy Rohatsu. Rohatsu means the eighth day of the 12th month, and for Buddhists, this is Bodhi Day, the celebration of Buddha's enlightenment. I'm not sure you can see, but my Buddha's enlightened. Put some Christmas lights on, and they're kind of fading a little bit, and uh, and so is glowing today in honor of Shakyamuni Buddha. What better way to celebrate Bodhi Day than with some zazen, the practice that Shakyamuni handed down to Mahakashapa and all the ancestral teachers to us. So we're here 2,600 years or so later, getting together and doing the exact same practice that Shakyamuni did under the Bodhi tree. I also thought it'd be good for us to. We took a detour the last few weeks from Fukanzazengi, universal recommendation of Zazen for all, Master Dogen's work on the practice of Zazen. Thought we should get back into that today. And we left off right at the end of the first paragraph of the Rufo-ban, the popular version, the final version of Fukanzazengi. So I want to pick up at the beginning of the second paragraph. So far we've heard Dogen ask a lot of questions. And the second paragraph of Fukanzazengi begins with yet another question. The first line of the second paragraph reads, "It is never apart from this very place. What is the use of traveling around to practice? It is never apart from this place, this very place. What is the use of traveling around to practice?" So, some of you were on Sesshin this past weekend and had to travel pretty far to practice. And I'll remind you that Master Dogen wrote the first version of Fukanzazengi after returning from a very long trip to China, where he and his teacher went on Angya. Angya is the name for pilgrimage to different monasteries. So Master Dogen did a lot of travel to practice to find his master Ujin. So then he makes a statement, and I'll read it to you again. It is never apart from this very place. What is the use of traveling around to practice? Okay. Well, you know, there's always multiple layers to what Master Dogen is trying to tell us, and I don't claim to know all of them or even half of them. I see a couple of different layers in this particular compound sentence. It reminds me a lot of what Hakuin Zenji had to say about 5 centuries later when he wrote Song of Zazen. How sad that people ignore the near and search for the truth afar. And later on says, this very place is the lotus land. Here is nirvana itself revealed. This very place is the lotus land. This body, the Buddha. I remember uh, that I had to do a lot of traveling and searching to find a teacher in a community. One morning, probably 12, 13 years ago, I remember getting up early on a late December morning to drive up to Jersey City, of all places, to see if I could sit with Roshi Kennedy at the Morningstar Zendo. And he wasn't there that morning. Luckily, one person was, and we sat together. Back in the old days, you had to walk up mountains and really search out teachers, and maybe they wouldn't even want to talk to you. And Master Dogen, in lots of places and in his other writings, talks about the importance of finding a true teacher. And that's not easy. And even if you find a teacher, finding a community that fits is not easy either. And yet, it can never be any other place than this. Shakyamuni sat under the Bodhi tree in Jetvana, thousands and thousands of miles from where you are right now. But he actually sat right here and right in your seat. The saying goes, no matter where you go, there you are. Last week we heard Shorei talk about Uji, Master Dogen's work about being time. But it's really more like being time, place, all happening at the same time. There is no other place, or time, or life, or you apart from right here, right now. And there's no enlightenment apart from you right here and right now. So why doesn't it feel that way all the time? Well, the answer to that question is we need to practice. In my talk on Friday, I had my water bottle and I grabbed it and I said, you know, something like water quenches thirst. Why do we have to drink it? You know it quenches thirst. Why do we have to drink it? So obvious. Well, it's the same with enlightenment. Ideas and concepts can point towards something, but we have to live it. We have to practice. So there's this irony that um, we do need to seek out a teacher. We do need to seek out a community. Sometimes we need to drive sometimes hours across perilous bridges like the Bay Bridge to get to Sesshin to practice. And it's important to, I've, I found it very important in my life to have, an authentic teacher and a community that is like-minded and have access to the Dharma in my practice. And yet, what's the use of it going someplace else? It's not that the Dharma or enlightenment is out there, it's always right here, always in your experience and in your practice. So both can be true and both are true. So on this auspicious day, Bodhi Day, I really want to encourage you to let go of the idea that something happened 2,600 years ago, that a special experience was had by another human being that we should aspire to. And see if you can really just be in your own life and in your own practice. Be enlightenment. Let go of any sense of specialness. Your life exactly as it is at this time and place. You who exactly who you are. Being what you are being, doing what you are doing. That in and of itself is everything. Let's honor our great teacher Shakyamuni Buddha by living the way he lived.